ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Keenum's Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Ready, set. White 25.
First carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run out their offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on third and inches.
51. Ready.
Hey.
White 25.
Hey, we got four. We got four.
Hey,
Four
Tuesday,
down.
Tuesday, Tuesday. Hey, express.
Alert three.
Back, 25. Ready, set up.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
7 yards to go on second down.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right.
Hey, rip list. Ready, blue 80.
Hey.
21.
Four down.
Ready, set up.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Check 25.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Here's Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Crash down,
First carry for Latavius Murray. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. It's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Double tight.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
That was second down run for Murray. And some room to roam now. Murray has the first down and more.
Crunch.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
You and I both know that you don't really truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray is a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him.
All right, now, look at here we go. Over. No. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
First down, Murray. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Gun!
Rush in.
Now give. This is Murray looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
I got 11. 3.
Set!
On play action, it's Keenum. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
SOS.
Set! Green, 39. Leopard!
Check 99.
Leopard!
Check.
They are going for it. Keenum.
Blitz!
Now he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 44 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And now able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
Here we go
Caused
now.
every bit of it, but it showed confidence. I got confidence in you guys. Pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Yeah, baby.
2nd down following the incompletion.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Here we go now. 3.
Now Keenum. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves a chain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A handoff. It's Murray. And he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Here we go now.
On second down, here's Keenum. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. By the way, interesting note on a man who just caught that ball, Adam Thielen. Went over 1,000 yards this last week in the NFL, and guess what? First to do that since 2009 in a Vikings uniform.
That was Sidney Rice. So Adam Thielen, undrafted, right? Lightly recruited going to college. I don't think lightly was the right.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
We got double tight, double tight.
Here we go now.
They take the handoff.
Check,
Now
check.
Keenum.
3 down.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
10 yards to go on third.
Watch tight, tight end's right. Watch tight, tight end's right.
Here we go now.
Keenum to throw again. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Hey.
Hurry up, here we go.
Got three.
Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now look at 56.
Rudolph, the tight end in motion.
Gun.
Out.
Leopard.
Bang.
Here we go on fourth with Keenum. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. Fourth and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation still in the first half. Decided there's time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But fourth and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one.
Tight end left. 4 down. Check.
25.
The slot man in motion
Hey,
right.
hey, he's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Again, they'll run with Freeman.
Run.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Third down, Devontae Freeman. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Tighten up.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. A toss play left. There goes Devontae Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
That's us.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
Here we go.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop
All right, now,
through.
lucky 56.
When he comes back to the huddle, he better be
56.
giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking
Hurry
them
up, here we
for
go.
that much space to run
Here
there.
we go.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Over.
Check 24.
Gun. No. Check. Watch it now, Barney. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
Keenum to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Alert flare.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
All right, here we go.
Hey, 4 down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now the
Check.
defense
Back
definitely
99
showing
Philly. Here we
blitz
go.
here.
Fresno. Back.
Detroit.
49. Check 49.
Watch it now, Barney.
They do snap it to Keenum. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. And we got a second here. Let's look at the playoff picture in the NFC, Charles. What's interesting is you've got 3 teams from the NFC South that would be in right now if the season ended today, but they're not the top team.
No, they're not the top team, because the top team is unquestionably in my mind the Philadelphia Eagles at 10-1. Doing it on both sides of the ball, special teams. I think they can play any style of game any team wants to present. But when you start jumbling up everyone else, this is going to be fun over the next few weeks because they're all going to essentially play each other. You mentioned the NFC South. All those teams have to do battle. This is going to be a lot of fun. In fact, I think the Panthers end up going to the Saints in a week or two. So this is going to be crazy.
Here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense. And they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10.
Tuesday. Check.
Alert.
There we go. Back 25. Check. 59, ready.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going to be
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
11.
You got tape.
Ready.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. The swing pass caught. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Two tights. Even.
Ready.
4 down.
Get up.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Switch.
Here with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Don't be mad. It's more
And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Now let's go!
Even now to throw. Going with a screen for Murray. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Vikings on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, here's Keenan powering forward. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Hey, man, watch the boot.
And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing on first down is Keenum.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bleedy Ray Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited.
He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for 2, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful.
Big baby, I got you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about it.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Keenan. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with a pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime is a lot more critical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A little bit of a window here, and let's use it to give some love to the kickers because we don't do this much. Phil Dawson, 42 years young, hit a 57-yarder to win the game for Arizona last week. How about that?
How pumped is he? And that was the first win for Arizona over a team with a winning record in
Here we go.
2017, making that pick even bigger. But how about his counterpart in Pittsburgh, Chris Boswell? A night game in Pittsburgh.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.